Hi, beautiful mama. Welcome to your prenatal yoga flow that is focused on creating stability in the hips. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit the like button to support the channel. Thank you. I appreciate you. I am currently in my 3rd trimester in my pregnancy, and it brings me joy to be on this journey with you. This practice can be done in any trimester, and it is absolutely safe and gentle. Please go at your own pace. We're going to find a really nice flow into the rhythm of this practice to really create the stability and strength into your hips. So join me. Gather all the props that you need. I like to put a blanket in between the mat just for that added cushioning for the knees. A pair of blocks and a bolster for our Savasana at the end of this practice. So let's come and meet in a widened child's pose. So spread your knees as wide apart as possible and sink your hips towards your heels. Walk your hands towards the top of your mat. And breathe here. Arrive into your space and breathe. Sending your breath to your lungs in all directions and in your belly and the back body. Creating space in the pelvis and the lumbar region. And child's pose is a really great pose to practice every day in pregnancy. And take a moment to set an intention, whether that is to release any tension or simply to be embodied, to be fully present in your being. Take another inhale, and on your exhale, slowly roll up into a tabletop shape. Circle over your wrists in a clockwise movement. Reverse the direction, moving the opposite way, anti-clockwise. Return to a centered tabletop. On your inhale, draw your shoulder blades together, eyes look up for a gentle cow pose. We're not looking for a big extension of the spine here. Trust me, your spine is already extended as is to accommodate your growing belly. And as you exhale, round everything in, including your tailbone, into cat. Inhales, gentle cow. Exhale, round down and in, feeling the lengthening of your lumbar back. Feels really good. Inhale, gentle cow. Exhale, round down and in for a cat. Step your right foot to the outside of your mat for adductor rock backs. So rock forward and back for several rounds. And untuck your pelvis and see how the sensation changes. And find a gentle rhythm here. Come back into tabletop and kick your left foot to the outside of your mat. Rock back and forth, untucking your tailbone. Shifting the weight forward and back. Again, tuning into a rhythm that feels good for you at this very moment. Return to center into tabletop. Now, this is a good place to add blocks underneath your hands, if you have them available to you. Kickstand your right foot as you step your left foot to the very back of your mat for a gentle side plank, a modified variation of a side plank. Your left arm could be up towards the ceiling, or you could reach your left arm overhead, whatever feels really good for you. Focus your breath to fill your left lungs, bringing an awareness into the sensations of the left side of your body. Breathing throughout this stretch, creating stability into the shoulders and onto your hips. Maybe you drive your hips gently forward. Take another inhale. On your exhale, push off through your right hand. Go very, very slow as you arrive into a gate pose. It's almost like a modified variation of a reverse warrior. Now I want you to really stretch out the right side of your body. Maybe you even close your eyes to embody the sensations, leaning into them. Cartwheel your way back to center. On your next breath in, activate your left butt cheek and lift your left leg away from the ground. You could point or flex your foot. Lift it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your left leg back to meet the right. Working on the opposite side, kickstand your left leg as you step your right foot to the very back of your mat for a modified side plank. Your right arm can reach up towards the ceiling or overhead. Focus on gently pushing your glutes forward, rolling your left shoulder blade down the back body to create that solid stability. And breathing into your right lung, expanding the rib cage like a balloon. Let it feel really good. Take an exhale as you push off through your left hand and transition into gate pose. Drive your hips forward, reaching back, feeling the lengthening this time on your left side body, breathing into your left lung. Inhale, return to center. Start to activate your right leg. We're going to do 10 rounds of lifting your right leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right leg meets your left. Tuck your toes behind you, push off through your hands, lift your knees away from the ground, hug your baby in, exhaling out through pursed lips, feeling the deep core muscles, the TVA, engaging here with your pelvic floor. Push off through your arms and adjust yourself in downward facing dog. I encourage you to walk your feet wider with the intention of creating space for your belly. Your legs can be bent. Take an inhale here. Three-legged dog, your right leg lifts. On your exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Tuck your tailbone under. We're not looking for a big, big, big back bend here. Hug baby in. On your exhale, tuck your left toes behind you. Lift up into a widened high crescent lunge. Scoop your left hip forward to align your hips. Warrior two, a widened variation of it. Push down equally on both feet, feeling strong. Side angle, lowering your right arm down to your right leg, reaching your left arm up and overhead. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Straighten your right leg out. Arrive into Trikonasana. Place your right hand on top of a block. Again, feeling the lengthening of your back body and of your side body. Plant your left hand down. Push off through your hands as you step your right foot to the back of your mat for downward facing dog. We'll be repeating that same sequence on the opposite side now. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand, right knee lowers down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Remember, we're looking for a tucked pelvis here. Ribs down, arms up. We're not looking for a big back bend expression here. Just work with your core container. Hug baby in. Tuck your right toes behind you. Exhale all the way as you lift up into a high crescent lunge. Can you scoop your right hip up and underneath you, aligning the hips, squaring the hips forward. Open up your hips for warrior two. Adjust yourself as needed. Feeling taller through the spine, feeling strength and stable. Side angle. Tune into your body. Inhale, reverse. Straighten your left leg out. As you exhale, send your hips to the very back of your room and arrive in Trikonasana. Place your left hand on top of a block to create more space. Really breathe into your right lung, inflating it like a balloon. Expansion. Cartwheel your right hand down. Push off through your arms as you step your left foot back to meet the right in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, walk your hands towards your feet for a wide leg forward fold. Bend your right leg. Bend your left leg. Shifting side to side. Connecting to your breath. Take one of your blocks, place it underneath you, point your toes out, drive your knees wide as you sit on top of the block for passive squat Malasana. Take your elbows and drive your elbows into the inner lining of your legs. Focus on maintaining an upright spine here. And allow yourself to feel a sense of grounding. Soften your jaw, soften your shoulders, being fully embodied in this present moment. Trusting your body's beautiful design to birth the miracle of life. A natural, spiritual, and beautiful process. Take a deep breath through your nose. And on your exhale, take your time. As you place your hands in front of you, begin to straighten out through your legs. Forward fold. Big exhale here, side out through the mouth. Place your block in front of you. Walk your hands to a downward facing dog. Take little tiny steps forward. Top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Lengthen out through your spine. Crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale to fold. Side out. Let it go. Inhale. Bend your legs as you rise up to stand. Go take your time slowly with control. Tadasana. Soften everything in the body for just a moment here. Ground through your feet. Connect. Walk your feet closer. I'm going to come into a figure 4 chair. Left knee wide towards your chest. Kick your left ankle and rest it on top of your right leg. You can place your hand against the wall for this. Know that that's totally fine. If you find yourself in balance, you could drive your left elbow into your left knee, into the inner lining. Inhale, return to stand. Opposite side now. Again, you use the wall if it feels good for your balance. Cross your right ankle on top of your left leg, figure 4 chair. Let it feel good. Inhale, rise up. Place your right leg down to meet your left. Step your left foot to the very back of your mat for goddess. Drive your knees wide, tailbone reaches down, or you could even untuck the tailbone if that feels good. And we're going to pulse this for 10 times. I always do this in my prenatal flows. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. Come into a star pose. And you could use your blocks to assist you as you bend your left leg towards the very back of your mat and come into a Skandasana or Cossack squat. You could be low, you could be high, whatever feels good for you. Plenty of options to modify yourself in, okay? Drive your right heel down, Skandasana, to the top of the mat. Drive your left heel down, Skandasana, to the back. Skandasana to the front. And Skandasana to the back. This time, rise on up to stand. You could use the blocks to assist you into a wide leg forward fold. You could rest your arms on top of the blocks if you wish. Untuck your tailbone here. Take another inhale. On your exhale, click your heels together, toes pointing out. Sit down on top of a block into passive squat Malasana once again. Driving your knees into the inner lining of your legs, sitting tall from your crown of your head to your tailbone. An opportunity to ground. Send your breath down to your baby. Sending that loving energy to your baby. Then rise on out of it and make your journey into a downward facing dog. If you have a bolster, great place to put the bolster in the middle of your mat as we arrive into pigeon pose. Right leg reaches up. Exhale, right knee taps outside of right arm. And settle into a pigeon. It's always great to have a bolster to support your hips. And we're not looking for a big back bend here. We're just looking for a release of the piriformis. And if you don't need the bolster, you could just set it off to the side. Take a moment to feel into the release. And if emotions arise, allow them to arise. Feel them. Observe them without any judgment. Let it go and release. Tuck your toes behind you to move yourself out of the position and into downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg lifts up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to the outside of your left arm. Settle into pigeon. Again, bolster, pillow, always available for you for this position. Again, we're not looking for a back bend. We're just looking for that release of the piriformis. Relax every muscle in your face, your jaw. Maybe lips slightly parted to encourage that relaxation response. And then lean over to the left and swing your right leg forward. Windshield wiper the legs. Great way to release your pelvic floor. Moving between internal and external rotation of your hips. Bring the soles of your feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana. Option to stay here. Option to place the blocks underneath your legs. Option to fold forward. Make sure that you have space for your baby and your belly, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then rise on out of it. Bring the blocks behind you, and if you have pillows nearby, go ahead and grab those for our Savasana. If you don't, you could always take your blanket over the blocks. We're going to take this Savasana laying on our sides. So I encourage you to get as cozy, as comfortable as needed. Take your bolster or a pillow and rest your right leg in line with your hips on top of the bolster. And close your eyes. Perhaps you bring one hand onto your belly and connect with your baby as you melt into Savasana. Allow yourself to simply let go. Allow yourself to be truly in this present moment. Find a stillness. Placing yourself into the energetic tone of gratitude for yourself, your baby, and your body's capability. Allow yourself to become available to what is, for inner wisdom and intuitive guidance to flow through. Always remember that you are connected to Source. And you doing your work, practicing, is affecting and liberating everyone else around you. For when we heal others around us. Take comfort in that deep knowing. Take comfort in knowing that you are strong, powerful, emanating the divine feminine energy, the receptive, the nurturing, the intuitive. Everything that you are searching for is within you. Begin your journey back into your body, feeling the feedback of the ground and your body. And slowly, on your side, exhale out through pursed lips as you find a seat. Divine Mama, thank you for your practice. I'm wishing you peace and blessings along your pregnancy journey. Please share this with anyone else who needs it. Drop a comment in the comment box below. Let me know how your pregnancy is going for you. I would love to connect with you. Thank you for doing your work. Thank you for practicing. Lots of love.